Hey, it's Chris here from Nevada Hospital Association. Today we're going to do a real quick demonstration of the Burn Surge board. You must have been issued an ID and password to use this system. And if you don't already have that, please just send a quick email to watchboard@nvha.net. Include a brief description of why you need access and then all the information that's normally in your signature block, your name, your title, the organization, and a cell phone number, and we'll issue you credentials right away. But once you have those credentials, you will enter them at the home screen here, agree to the terms of use, and log in. Now, depending on your user rights, it might bring you to the Nevada Ecoms Watchboard, or it might bring you directly to the Burn Surge Watchboard. But in any case, to get to the Burn Surge Watchboard, you would just go to the ribbon across the top, hover over Watchboards, scroll down to Burn Surge and click on it. And that brings up the Burn Surge board. So this board is commonly used by acute care emergency rooms that maybe have a surge of burn patients that came into them and they need to find burn beds, or it could be used by emergency managers, PSAPs, and some of our federal partners, including ASPR, HHS, DOD, etc., when they need to either see the system status, monitor the system status for bed availability, or if there's a major incident and they want to make sure that we have beds for all of these patients. So the bed numbers are entered into this board by the burn centers Tuesday of every week. So don't be worried if the last update seems a little dated. Burn patients are generally in the burn unit for up to 16 days on average. So there's not much churning or patient velocity, if you will, on these beds. So the numbers, if they're within a week, are still fairly current. So we're going to run through really quick what information is contained on this board. Perhaps one of the most important things is the standard definitions found right here. The American Burn Association has defined what a green patient, a yellow patient, and a red patient are. So that can be standardized, and everybody's talking about the same level of criticalness of a burn patient when you're looking for beds. So that information is there. The other thing that's really important is the American Burn Association defines a pediatric as anyone who is under the age of 14 years old. So a lot of systems had different age limits for adult versus pediatric. The ABA has now standardized that at 14 years old. So this board also has filters that allow you to see just the information that you want, because the board contains every burn center in the United States and Canada, and it can be a little overwhelming if you're trying to work through a disaster or something of that nature. So in this instance, I'm going to pretend that we're a Las Vegas hospital, and I know Las Vegas is in Clark County, so I'm going to scroll down to Clark County, and that filtered just the two burn centers that I have in Clark County. So here you can see both those burn centers show up. And it changed the number of beds that are available. This is the aggregate number. So there's 7 open beds right now. And there are adult beds, 18 greens, 6 yellow, 4 reds that could be available within 12 hours. So that's where you would find that aggregate information to see if you can handle this emergency. Now, the other thing that you can see here is a color square right here at the far left. Now, if you hover over it, it'll tell you what that means. But the color square will change to either green, yellow, or red based on the burn center status, their operating status. So green means they're normally operating or they're in a conventional status. If it were yellow, it would indicate that the burn center is operating in some kind of contingency status. Maybe they're short staffed or experiencing their own little patient surge, but able to handle it. And a red would indicate like a crisis type level condition. Maybe they're evacuating, maybe the hospital's on fire, or maybe they lost a major utility, or they're experiencing or responding to a major surge of patients in their own facility. The house icon here, if you click, will bring up the hospital name, the address, and some phone numbers. We have the main phone numbers in there right now. Soon there will be the direct line to the burn center in there, as well as a number to a transfer center if they have a transfer center that they use. Then going across, you see the facility name, the state that they're in, the burn county, the coalition they're in, which this coalition, Western Burn, this equals the ABA regions. The population that they serve at the burn center, whether it's adult and pediatric, just adult, or just pediatric. In this case, both centers service the entire population. The trauma level, if they are also at a trauma center, and the number of beds immediately open for adult, immediately open for pediatric, and surge beds, green, yellow, red, for both adult and pediatrics that could be made available within 12 hours. And a surge bed is staffed, equipped, and an empty bed available. So that those are the three excuse me, the three things that must be contained. The other thing that this board can do is it can sort ascending and descending. So I can sort by facility name, that's a descending sort, or ascending. I can also do it, most commonly, it's used by trauma level. I have associated trauma with the burn. I want them to go to a level 1 or a level 2 center. So I would sort by which trauma centers, and then I can sort by beds. Or I can also sort by if I have a particular type of patient in the ER that I know. Let's say I have critical pediatric patients. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to see maybe how many critical pediatric beds are available, and I would just sort by that. And here I can see there would be 2 beds right now at Sunrise Burn Center. So that pretty much covers the burn center surge capacity board. And thank you so much for listening.